I overheard my sister pour her heart out to my fiancé about how she wishes he would notice her too while we were all tipsy at a party, and now it feels like a hangover every time she asks me to be included in planning for our wedding. My friends recently hosted a little party/get-together for my sister, 25F, since she had been gone for a while in Florida with her boyfriend, but was coming back up north after they broke up. It had a few of our mutual friends, along with some of her old high school buddies and some cousins. My fiancé, 30M, and I, 27M, had gotten there a bit late, but we were excited to join the celebration, and I was mostly happy to see my sister again since she had been pretty distanced and rarely texted or called. Nothing really happened other than some shots being poured and food being ordered, until it was getting late and people started getting really drunk. Since wedding planning has been exhausting, my fiancé and I were going to leave early. To sum up a really quick moment, I had been walking to the bathroom and past the bedroom, where I heard my sister crying into someone's arms. Originally, I was going to go see if I could help, or comfort her, but then I heard my fiancé's name and paused. I definitely think I was a jerk for listening in, but I was curious and a bit drunk myself. But, from what I gathered, she was sobbing about how seeing my fiancé made it all real again and that she didn't want to deny her feelings anymore, especially now that he's getting married to me. What really stuck out to me was when she said that she just wanted him to notice her too. I left pretty quickly after that, and haven't told anyone about what I heard. Maybe I never saw the signs, but she was always so polite and friendly with my fiancé. She knew him before anyone else, since we were high school sweethearts, and I came out to her first when I was struggling with my identity. It's just such a strange thing to hear this from her, but part of me wants to just blame it on drunk brain. She's never said anything like this before, and even greeted him when we got to the party and they connected on a mutual interest for a bit, and she was so warm to me too. I want to confront her to see if she meant it, but I'm also just so terrified of the results of it all. My family has stayed drama-free and I'd hate to ruin everything now that my sister just got back from being away. I really need advice on how to proceed, and how to ask her about it without causing a scene. The party was a week ago and I just feel sick whenever she messages me or calls to ask about wedding stuff or just general chatting, so I know that I need to do something. Has anyone been in a situation like this before? Update. Hi again everyone. I first want to thank all the people that responded. I really didn't expect to get so much advice. I probably would have still been panicking and bottling this up if you guys didn't help out. Unfortunately it still went bad, but I'm glad I listened to you guys for it all. Also, to clarify a few things I saw people get confused on in the comments. My fiancé is gay, and I never doubted his loyalty, which is why I barely mentioned him in the original post. I was mostly concerned about my sister since we had wanted her in the wedding party, so it was extra scary to hear she was crushing on my fiancé. Along with that, I know a lot of you said to just leave it be, but for the reason above along with my personal beliefs, I really didn't want to let it simmer. Anyways, I ended up talking with my fiancé the day after I made the post, once he got home from work and we were settled. I sort of word vomited at him, but I tried to remember the advice I had gotten. He was equally disturbed, probably a bit more since he has dealt with a similar situation at work once. We both definitely wanted to talk to her and just clear the air, and ended up making a little plan to meet her in a park. Originally, it was only going to be me, but my fiancé wanted to stay nearby in the car. So yesterday I texted her and we met. Honestly, I'm still recovering from everything she said to me, so I won't repeat much of it here. The basic gist is that once we chatted for a bit, I brought it up gently that I had heard her at the reunion party and wanted to communicate with her about the things she said. One thing I didn't feel the need to mention in the original post was that I'm also a transgender man. It didn't matter to the issue, or at least I thought it didn't. However, once I asked my sister, she started on a whole tirade with a lot of right-wing talking points, mostly that she didn't get why my fiancé was settled for a confused girl rather than someone like her, and admitting that yes, she has feelings for him since she thinks he deserves better than me. I didn't say much to her, but once I realized what was going on I just said that I was done and left. I really don't know how she's changed so much since the girl I grew up with. She used to be super supportive, which she even acknowledged and said she was just as lost as I am. After that I was just a mess, so I apologize for not updating sooner. My sister is living with my parents while she works to get a job in the new area, so she's also started telling them about the conversation. Both of my parents don't want to get involved, which I understand, and I tried texting her to tell her to stop bothering them, but she blocked me, so I guess that's that. My fiancé wants to cut her from the wedding as a whole, and I'm just leaning on him as a pillar right now. I wish this was a happier update, and I still really don't know what to do. Still, thank you all for the advice you gave, and if you guys have any advice on how to deal with this new issue, I'd take it. Is there a way to get through to her?